memorable moments during Pope Francis's first trip to the United States, be it at a school or be it in front of a very large crowd as he is spoken to at the White House and other places. Perhaps the pontiff's most closely watched event, his historic address to Congress, and what he said in that. Our own Judge Andrew Napolitano took exception with some of what he said, including about climate change, writing in an op-ed. The Pope has seriously disappointed those who believe the Roman Catholic Church preserves and teaches the truth. The truth is Christ risen and unity with him. It is not a debate about the minimum wage or air conditioning, some things that we've heard about from each. Joins us now. Father, do you think the judge's critique there of Pope Francis's speech and some of the other things he said, be it at the White House or other places, is fair?
Well, by the way, it's the Acton Institute, not the Action Institute. You know, Judge Napolitano is a friend and paisan, and I hate to have to. What the church teaches as truth is a theological truth. It doesn't teach, it doesn't have a mandate, it doesn't have an expertise in speaking to economics, it doesn't speak to science and the like. Those are areas of legitimate debate among Catholics, and the Pope is articulating an admittedly more progressive agenda on some of these kinds of issues. Not on the theological stuff, but on the minimum wage. To. So, am I disappointed? Would I have rather the Pope say something different? Yes, absolutely. I think the Pope himself has admitted he doesn't understand economics very well. He said that he has an allergy to economics and has never grasped it very well, even since he was a kid. So I just wish he would be a little more cautious in making these kinds of applications. The moral perspective on economics is that all of us have an obligation. The way in which we... Go ahead.
I was going to say, when we hear him speak about these issues, be it refugees, income inequality, climate change, those kinds of things, in your view, is it at the expense of his job as the Holy Father to minister to all, or is it sort of in addition to what he's doing on the theological basis, he's also sort of adding in this social commentary?
I think the problem comes down when he is seen to be saying something from a political perspective. And he's not. He doesn't see himself when he addresses the question of refugees, when he addresses the question of our responsibility to the environment, our obligations to the poor. These are not for him a political issue. I think it's unfortunate that he chose to make some of these statements in Congress, because that makes it instantly appear as though it's political. But I think it takes a bit of the sting out of it if you see him as a moral leader addressing questions of morality rather than as a political leader addressing political issues.
Sometimes it is hard to separate the two, especially in U.S. politics. I want to talk to you, though, for a minute about sort of the crowds we've seen. People are calling him the People's Pope. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk of the Pope Francis effect, this surge of interest in the Catholic Church. At some level, as we take a live look at people filling Independence Hall there, the lawn in front of Independence Hall, hours before the Pope is scheduled to arrive, and that's what's happened over and over during this visit, people standing for hours just to get a glimpse of him. At some level, are some of the things that he's being criticized for, this commentary on climate change, some of the things he's had to say about who am I to judge when it comes to gay marriage or those kinds of things, or a gay priest, at some level, some of the things he's being judged for bringing more people back to the church. What's the balance there?
Well, let's put this in perspective. This is the fourth Pope to visit the United States, beginning with Paul VI. We've always had crowds for visiting popes. The real test of the Francis effect, its durability, its effect on the church as a whole, is going to be the number of vocations, the number of people who come back to the church, not just people who are amused or enchanted with a new celebrity. And I think the Pope would be the first to say that.
You think it's too early to tell whether this is real or not, to your point, whether this is celebrity or a real homecoming, if you will?
I think it is too. You know, he's not been Pope 3 years yet, so I think it is a little too early to predict that. What is happening, though, is a new face is being put on Catholicism from many people who previously were very angry at the church for understandable reason, the whole priest abuse thing. And I think that is not the main question anymore. The main question is compassion, love, reconciliation, forgiveness.
Well, he has certainly spoken on all of those matters to an unbelievable degree and brought a lot of interest, at least among even non-Catholics as well. Father Robert Sirico of the Acton Institute. I think I got that right this time?
That's it.
All right. Appreciate
You got it.
Appreciate it, sir. Thanks for your insights, and I look forward to talking to you as things move on.
I've enjoyed that. Thank you.